Welcome back to the channel, everybody. I hope you guys are having another awesome day. It's Rick coming back at you. And I'm sitting here watching the committee meeting that happened a couple of days ago between the House Committee and the pioneers of the crypto world. And basically what's going on is the pioneers of the crypto world are trying to educate the House Committee on cryptocurrency so that they can potentially come up with some sort of regulation or inclusion in the new financial banking system. So that's what I want to talk about today. But before I get into it, make sure that you guys smash that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification, because I'm teaching basics for money, how to invest, and ultimately just give you some tips and strategies for things that might help you ultimately understand money more and get you where you want to go. So basically, there were 8 crypto, I would say they're the top crypto people in the industry right now that were answering questions that the House Committee had. Because what's happening right now is there's going to be a change in your money. And it's important that you know this. And this is why I wanted to make this video, is because people have been treating cryptocurrency like a fad and that it's going to burn out and that there's nothing to worry about. And I think that those people that aren't looking at crypto seriously are going to get left behind. I'm not saying that that's going to be the end-all be-all and we're going to definitely do cryptocurrency for the exchanging of goods. But what I'm saying is if the House Committee is looking at this and they're creating a CBDC, which is basically a digital currency, I think it's time that we start taking cryptocurrency a little more serious, because it is going to be normal here pretty soon, especially with all the marketing that you're seeing with crypto. So basically in this meeting, they were asking general questions about crypto, and there were a lot of points in there that I found just absolutely awesome that these pioneers of crypto brought up to the House that are important questions that you need to ask yourself too. One of the questions that came up was, how can we be sure that these cryptos aren't going to do pump and dumps, or that there aren't going to be rug pulls on it, essentially? Basically trying to keep people safe when it comes to investing. And I thought that the pioneers, specifically Brian Brooks, came up with just an incredible answer. He said, you can't guarantee that stuff like that's going to happen. But the question that he posed was, is that not a possibility for the stock exchange as well? Is that not possible that people invest into the stock market and then all of a sudden it plunges, or it takes a massive dip like what we saw in 08 and 2000? Is that not a possibility? So if that's a possibility in the stock world, it's definitely a possibility in crypto. So if we look at it like that, then there really isn't much of a difference between crypto and stocks itself. So that was the first point that I thought was great, because they're basically trying to make it out where crypto is never going to lose money, and that's ridiculous. Crypto, of course, is going to lose money. It's treated as an asset, so of course it's going to. So I thought that the way he answered that was awesome. But the other thing that he mentioned, which I thought was big for where we are as a planet right now, is they asked him about Web 1, Web 2, and then Web 3.0. We're in the transition period of Web 3.0, going to Web 3.0. And they're basically asking, like, how do we understand what Web 3.0 is so that we can kind of get more insight on it and figure out how to regulate it? And I thought what he said was genius. He said that Web 1 was like the AOL, where it was a server that anybody could access and go on, but the information was very limited. It was only incoming information. You couldn't do any outgoing information. It's like a blog or you making up your own website. You couldn't do that before. You couldn't write code to do that. So whereas Web 1.0 was only an access to information to you, Web 2.0 is information that you can also drop to, like a website or a blog or something like that. But then he said Web 3.0, and this is massive because this is where we're at as a planet right now. Web 3.0, what it essentially is it's giving you the ability to own the parts of the internet. So like Google has control over its web search. So people that use Google, they don't get to pick and choose what is put on there. It's strictly anybody that owns Google or works in Google, they have control of what's being put on there. Whereas in Web 3.0, if you own like Ethereum, for instance, that's internet that is basically controlled by the people that own Ethereum. So it's not a web that's controlled with information. It's information that has to be approved by people that own Ethereum. So it's like a community-based internet, essentially, which is awesome when you think about it, because, I mean, why would we not want to have that where people have a say in what's being put out there and they're approving or disapproving of applications, right? So I thought that was tremendous. But I think the biggest thing that came out of this meeting was the fact that we have to understand that our money is changing. The biggest thing that Brian Brooks said was that we, as in the United States of America, is behind the 8 ball for digital currency and accepting of cryptocurrency. Now, whether we accept cryptocurrency or not is completely irrelevant. I'm not putting that in here at all, and I'm not selling it. What I'm saying is he said that we're behind the ball for digital currency. There's already countries that have digital currency. That's not a good thing for the United States. That means we need to get our asses in gear, and we need to start changing our money format and updating our software so that we can start accepting digital currency, but also that we have a currency as well that we can use in the form of a digital currency. So I wanted to share that with you because it's important that you understand that your money is changing right now. And those people that are denying it and saying, we're not going to change, we'll stick to the same, you're going to get left behind. That's just the way it is, and I hate to be that person and kind of put the ball in your face and say, this is what's going to happen, but this is what's going to happen. That's what this meeting was about. It was about how can we understand digital currencies and cryptocurrencies and include them when we do create our own digital currency. So I wanted to share that with you guys because it was a long meeting. It was about 5 hours long, but those are a couple of highlights that I pulled out of it. And it's really important to understand this stuff so you have an opportunity to get ahead of the curve before they do the switch. So I wanted to share that with you guys, and drop a comment in the comment section below if this did help you, and share this with everybody you know, because again, those people that don't believe in digital currency or cryptocurrency, you're going to get left behind. And I don't want that to happen to you because you have a serious opportunity in front of you to completely change your life financially. And this is your opportunity to do so, especially with this meeting because the writing is on the wall. So again, I want to thank you guys for the continued support on the channel. If you did enjoy this, make sure you smash that subscribe button, turn on the bell notification. Other than that, I hope you guys have a fantastic rest of your day and take care.